Thanks for watching TopKlass tutorials. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you record vocals with Auto-Tune. I'm using Pro Tools for this demonstration, but it applies to all digital audio workstations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I've got Pro Tools set up and ready to go. I'm using a Shure SM58 dynamic microphone, and then that's running into my Apollo 8 audio interface. And then I got a couple plugins, the API, Channel Strip, the Teletronics LA2A, the Pultec EQP 1A, a de-esser, and then also kind of a gate as well. So that way I can have everything sounding nice and tight when it's going into Pro Tools. And then I got my vocal track right here set up, going to a vocal bus. And then I have my beat all routed to a master fader that has a pro limiter on there. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to your setup menu and click on playback engine. And in your hardware buffer size, you want that to be around 128. Now for each digital audio workstation, it's different, but 128 works best for me with Pro Tools. And I like having some of these other settings as well. So we'll click OK, and the next thing we'll do is go in Options and make sure Delay Compensation is turned on and Low Latency Monitoring is turned off. The next thing we'll do is we will turn on our track to record and make sure we don't have any latency. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, cool. So I hear everything. There's no latency. And the way that you check for that is if you go to your mix window and if you click on this right here and you make sure you have delay compensation enabled or a checkbox, then it will give you your values on if you have delay or not. So watch what happens when I put this auto-tune onto my vocal track. So you'll see that number jumped from like 100 to 2000. And I'm not adjusting the video in the editing process. This is the actual latency of the audio from being processed with Auto-Tune and how long it takes before you actually hear it and when I'm saying it. So this is known as latency. And so if you ever run into this problem, what you need to do is go into Auto-Tune and click on Settings, and then make sure Low Latency Monitoring is enabled in the plugin. And then it will immediately get rid of that latency so that you can record using Pro Tools. Now you want to make sure that you don't have any plugins on your vocal bus or have any reverb plugins that are causing latency, because some plugins, they just take a while to do the processing and they'll cause latency. My suggestion is to have your vocal chain pretty much just empty when you're recording vocals, and that helps you make sure you're getting good levels and you're hearing everything that you need to hear, and it's also going to prevent you from having the latency problem. And also, the more plugins you add onto your system, the more potential for crashing, etc., etc. So the next thing that you want to do is find the key of the song so that you can set the auto-tune. So if you purchase Auto-Tune or you have a subscription, it usually comes with a plugin called Auto Key. You can just insert that directly onto your instrument track and it will automatically detect the key. And then if you just click on this Send to Auto-Tune button, it will automatically transfer those settings. So I'll open up Auto-Tune and Auto Key at the same time so you can see that happen. So first thing you have to do is play the beat. So I like to play it for, maybe about like 30, 40 seconds, just so that the plugin has time to really analyze the entire song. Well, not the entire song, but analyze the music and decide what the best key is. In this case, it decided that E flat minor was the key. And you'll watch when I hit this send to auto tune, it will automatically change our settings right here. So watch what happens. Boom, just like that. We automatically have our key loaded onto our auto tune and ready to go. And also, if you have multiple instances of auto tune, so say you have like 5 audio tracks and you have auto tune on each one of them, but they're all in different keys and they're not set right, you can just click on this send to auto tune right here and it'll automatically set the key for all of your auto tune plugins within your session. It does not change some of these other settings though. Also, I'd like to mention that if you do not have auto key, there is another way that you can figure out the key and the tempo and everything of the song. There are a couple online websites that you can just go to, do a Google search online, music key analyzer or tempo finder. And there are a couple good ones out there where it's just you drag the file into the browser and it will automatically give you your tempo, your key, etc., etc. So AutoTune is a really in-depth plugin, and there's no way that I could describe everything that you can do with AutoTune in 5, 10, or even 30 minutes. But really quickly, just so you have an idea of what everything does, up in the top here, you'll see your key, which tells you which key you want to be in, and then the scale, whether it's major, minor, and it's got a couple other crazy ones in here, which I don't really use too much, but you can if you kind of understand how to use them. The other thing is input type, soprano, alto, tenor, and low male. Now this actually can make a big difference when you're recording, because if you have a really deep voice, you either want to use low male or alto tenor. If you're kind of singing in more of kind of a higher pitch voice, then you want to use alto tenor or soprano. And it really just kind of determines on where in the frequency that AutoTune's kind of looking to make those adjustments to your vocals. The other thing that you want to look for is your tracking knob right here. Now this basically decides whether you want to hear more of the processed signal from AutoTune or if you want to hear more of your unprocessed signal when recording with AutoTune. So basically this is kind of like your mix knob, right? Like you want 100% wet, you want to turn this all the way to the left. Or I'm sorry, if you want it 100% wet with AutoTune, you turn it all the way to the right. And if you want really no AutoTune at all, you turn it all the way to the left, which is kind of counterintuitive because it says like 100 right here and you think like 100 is like turned up, but that's kind of not how the plugin works. So we'll just double click it to put it back at 50, which is a good place to start. The next thing is retune speed, and retune speed is going to determine how quickly AutoTune is going to start correcting your vocal when it hears that you're hitting a wrong note. So say you start to go sharp, it will basically start to push you either flat or even more sharp, depending on how sharp you go, to make sure that you're within the key of the song. The next thing is humanize. Humanize, look at it kind of, if you kind of have that wobbly auto-tune effect, you can kind of dial it down a little bit. The next thing is flex tune, which flex tune kind of uses time compression to basically kind of stretch the audio or compress it to make it fit within that timing of the pitch. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to really kind of just work with it to understand it. And then natural vibrato, if you have an artist that is using vibrato or they have a lot of vibrato in their voice, you can actually turn this up so that AutoTune does not try to correct the vibrato. Or vice versa, if you want less vibrato, you can turn this all the way to the left and it will try to correct the vibrato by making it just a one note instead of kind of going in between them. So we'll kind of have all these back at the default settings. And next what we'll do is we'll start recording, and I'll play around with these settings so that you can kind of hear them as I'm changing them. So now I'm going to start recording some vocals using auto-tunes. And before I get into that, I want to talk about microphone technique. You might hear that as I'm doing this tutorial, you'll hear a lot of sibilants and you hear a lot of plosives. Right there, you just heard one when I said P, you hear the pop in the microphone. And that's because I'm not using a pop filter. And it's because of my proximity. I'm really, really, really close to this microphone and I have a lot of compression and EQ going on. So you hear the sibilants a lot more. There are a couple things that you can do to remove these things. So one easy thing you can do is just change the angle that you're looking at the microphone. Now this specific microphone here is very directional. So if I'm right in front of it, talking directly into it, it gets a really forward capture of my voice. But if I slightly go off to the side, it will not get the sibilance and the air as much. You still hear the sibilance, but not as much. And if I turn completely to the side, I can almost completely take out the plosives and still kind of keep the bass in my voice with not a lot of de-essing. So just so you can hear the example, red leather, yellow leather, red leather. Hey, so sorry about the technical issues. My phone died while I was recording, so you won't actually see my face while I'm demonstrating how to use Auto-Tune the rest of the way. But I wanted to quickly just demonstrate what I was showing in the video right before it cut off. The proximity effect can basically give you a little bit more boominess, and if you get really close up to the mic, you'll hear you have a lot more boominess. But if you back away, you'll kind of get a little bit more of the room. And depending on how acoustically treated your room is, this may be a bad thing. So getting close up to the mic might help you get more isolated vocal, but you might get more boominess. Definitely if you have a pop filter, this is the biggest thing. But just to demonstrate, if you don't have a pop filter, how you can overcome this is just by shifting kind of to the side a little bit and just talking kind of in front of the mic, but not directly towards it. And you can always kind of EQ it and add more bass later. And that helps with the plosives, but not really as much the sibilance, so the S's and the T's, but that can always be taken out with the de-esser. So that's all I wanted to demonstrate. So thanks for watching the rest of the video. Red leather, yellow leather. So I'll say some stuff with some P's now so you can kind of hear it. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. 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 So if you can hear, the plosives are dramatically decreased, but you kind of lose a little bit of kind of that presence. When I'm right up on it like this, you really hear that boominess in my voice. But when I kind of shift it to the side a little bit, it kind of drops down a little bit. But not too much to where it's going to make a big difference. You can always adjust this later with some EQ settings. The other thing I want to talk about is proximity effect. You'll hear when I get really close up to the voice, you hear really deep, bassy, like you're like right next to my mouth. But then the further away I get, you hear less of the bass in my voice, and you start to get a little bit more of the room tone and some of the other things. So also keep in mind when you're recording to monitor how close you are to the microphone and decide what is going to be best for the song that you're currently working on. So now I'm going to go ahead and start recording some vocals and getting some levels and just kind of playing around with Auto-Tune and seeing if I can get this to sound right. Yeah. What you talking about? 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 Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? So you'll hear when I did the retune speed and turned it all the way up, it kind of gave that wobbly effect. What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? But when I turn it down, you don't hear it as much. What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? So for me, really kind of where this notch is right here is kind of my favorite place to set auto tune, because it really just kind of helps me know what notes I need to hit and not really worry about the effects. So earlier I was discussing there's a way that you can find the key of the song if you don't have auto key, but you have a MIDI keyboard and you know how to use VST instruments or plugins pretty well. So first thing what you want to do is open up a piano plugin. All right, cool. So let's say that auto-tune was back in its default C chromatic, right? And so what we want to do is then put it in advanced mode, and then we'll come back to it in a second. So next we'll play the beat and we'll find the keys that work with the song. So you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So when you have advanced mode turned on, it allows you to go in and select the keys that you either want or don't want. In this case, I want to remove C, I want to remove D, I want to remove E, F, G, A, B, and then I think I'm going to add back F. So now what we kind of have here are just the keys that kind of fit the beat. So I was just playing these keys right here. And so I just basically went into the auto-tune settings and told them to bypass or remove those notes. Now when we record with the auto-tune, it should be a little bit more in the key of the song that we want. So we'll delete this take and we will take a listen. What you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? So you'll kind of hear it's just kind of flowing and hitting certain notes to kind of give that like auto-tuning kind of effect that you hear in a lot of modern records. But it's not going to the point where, you know, it's like wobbling and it sounds, you know, crazy. So I did a version of this earlier before I actually made the tutorial where I actually recorded it using my condenser microphone. So I'll go ahead and bring that track up and play it so you can hear what it sounds like once you kind of have everything how you want it.
What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Boy, what the hell you talking about? What talking about, yeah. Tell me what the hell you talking about? Talking about, yeah. Tell me what the hell you talking about?
Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and share this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm working on a part 2 of this video, so don't forget to click that subscribe button so you get the notification when the video comes out. Thanks. Till next time.
What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Boy, what the hell you talking about? Talking about.